know that the World Wide Web is a web that covers the whole wide world. But what are the best website resources for those that study the world? We went to the staff of Henry Court Community College in Hampshire, and they mapped out a top 10 of their favourite websites for geography teachers. Amazon Interactive made number 10 on our list. It's a simple and fun site for students.
Amazon Interactive gives a broad range of basic information, so it's very good for Key Stage 3. Most importantly, it has a really nice eco-tourism simulation game, which is not only good for Key Stage 3, but also good for Key Stage 4.
It has an information section, which then finishes with a question, and if they get the wrong answer, it explains to them why they're wrong, but doesn't then just give them the right answer. They then have to keep searching for that answer.
In terms of some websites today, it's quite basic, but for that reason it means the children don't get bogged down in flashy objects, flashy images. They just have the facts there.
It has very good links to other resources on the web for them to continue their research, so it's why we liked it.
Our number 9 is a visual goldmine that makes scissors and paste a thing of the past. Find your geography photos at geographyphotos.com.
Geography Photos enables teachers to bring the real world into the classroom. It doesn't matter what topic you're doing, you can find a picture on the website.
Sometimes an image of a place is much more powerful than perhaps a map because it puts flesh on the bones for them. And this site does do that in a way that National Geographic always has done, but you don't have to do the cutting and sticking, and that's much better.
It is divided into physical geography, human geography and environmental geography, and literally whatever you need will be on the site.
There are some resources which are available free. You can contribute your own photos to the site, which is nice. So I think the more photos that you contribute to the site, the more that you can get out of it, and at least you know that other people are benefiting from your photography as well.
File sharing that is to be encouraged. The Ordnance Survey website locates itself at number 8, right where it knew it would be.
The main part of the Ordnance Survey site is for teacher use, providing resources, providing tutorials about using the maps in the classroom.
They also have what's called a mission section, where it enables students to carry out decision-making exercises based on the GIS information. They have exercises on crime mapping, on flooding, and where not to locate housing in terms of potential flood risk.
So it deals with GIS in a very straightforward way and actually gives guidance on how to explain it to your students. It's all there for them, something which you can print off and something which you can use in your classroom.
Spreading our net across the pond, our teachers chose the American Federal Emergency Management Agency's website at number 7.
I like FEMA site. There's two very distinct sections to it. There's the adult section, which is brilliant if you want to do classwork on. A class wanted to do an emergency management booklet on how to survive an earthquake. It tells you how to survive an earthquake. Then you go into the kids area, and the games are brilliant.
It is fun, it's interactive, it's bright and it's colourful, and the children love to use it. It has all sorts of information about disasters.
You've got lists of hurricanes, you've got dates, everything's in there, which is downloadable and printable and free.
The FEMA website also has a section where you can view videos, and videos that children from American schools have made. There's one particularly good one on earthquakes, where they pretend that they're in an earthquake and they go under the table and the table's shaking, and then they have to go outside and do their earthquake drill. And I think that's an excellent opportunity to show the students in your classroom what they do in America, and then get them to do their own role plays.
Earthquakes, thankfully, not downloadable. Another US government site comes in at number 6. It's the Environmental Protection Agency.
It's a really good site because The animations particularly are really good at explaining really complicated ideas in a way that's very accessible. Be ideal for sort of lower Key Stage 3 students, or perhaps students who are really struggling to get hold of things like global warming or the water cycle. Because what you've got is this animation that shows you the whole thing, and you introduce single factors at a time and explain how they influence what's going on.
Although it's an American website, it does give you the basic facts about global warming. If you make the students aware that it's from an American perspective, it can even lead into a discussion about how different countries view different aspects of climate change and global warming.
And it's brilliant. It's very colourful, very accessible, big variety of activities on it. It's great. Loads of fun.
We're halfway to the summit of our top 10 websites for geography teachers. In position 5 on our list is a student's resource that passes its eye over the globe, the aptly named Global Eye.
What Global Eye does is it brings factual information about different areas of the world succinctly together into one place.
I think this time around they've done Kenya, and what you've got is choose a location. What kind of film would you shoot in this location? So it's getting them to empathise with the place, as well as giving them lots and lots of really good information about it. In terms of differentiation, you've got students who obviously will be more able and will be able to go and find information from elsewhere and synthesise that into the stuff that they've got out of Global Eye. In terms of the less able students, they've got everything that they need for a basic presentation in place just in the one site.
It not only gives you the information from that particular issue, but you can access back issues and you can find information about whatever country it is you're particularly looking for.
And it explains it really nice. And again, the visuals are really strong, and I think that's really helpful.
And number 4 is a geography site known to everyone as the geography site, because that's its name.
They've struck a really nice balance between information and accessibility. The language that they use to write about the site demonstrates a really clear understanding of their target audience.
It's good to use both with Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4. It has lots of good resources on there, both to use in lessons for homeworks and for revision, and also has some very good online lessons.
It's easily navigated, it makes a lot of sense, there's lots of stuff on there, there's a whole page of geography jokes which are just so unfunny but very good.
It has very good case study information. For example, it has the Kobe earthquake on there. It's generally an all-round good site that has everything we could possibly ask it to, really.
Apart from making you tea. Doesn't do that. Position 3 is taken by the enormously resourceful Geography Resources.
Geo Interactive is a twin site to Geo Resources, and you can either subscribe or contribute to have full access to both of those sites.
The standard of the resources is excellent. So you've got a whole range of different kinds of activities. Some of them are interactive, some of them you can use on the whiteboard. You could, if you were constructing a virtual learning environment, then these are ideal click activities for you to add into that. With the increasing use of interactive whiteboards or projectors, you've actually got the facility to run that kind of thing almost as a game at the beginning or the end of a lesson. And that's ideal for students. It's something short and focused, and it's something that you can dip in and out of, which allows you to ensure that everybody's grasped the key concepts.
You can either pay the subscription fee or you can upload at least 2 of your own resources. We all produce our own resources on a daily basis, so it's really quite easy just to send in 2 of your worksheets or a PowerPoint presentation, and you can fully access the whole site.
Staking out its territory at number 2, it's the web superpower that is BBC Bitesize.
The BBC Bitesize site is very good purely because it has everything, again, that both teachers and students require. It's very easy to navigate, it's very well structured, and 9 times out of 10 it is the first place that our Year 11 students go to revise from.
It does enable the students to learn. Each topic has a general resource which tells the students about the facts. there's then a test that they can take, or a quiz which they can take on those facts. Not only does it then say whether their answers are right or wrong, if they get the wrong answer, it brings up the right answer for them and talks them through what they should have put. So long as the students are using it appropriately, they can actually learn from the site.
It's also a confidence boost. They can go into one of those revision tests and get 100%. Oh yeah, confidence is up, I can do my exam. Lower down the school, same thing. It's a good way of reinforcing learning. The children can do it in their own time if they want to, or they can do it as a support in the classroom.
The games on the BBC Bite Size site are valuable. Yes, they're games, but they're a fun way to learn, and as always, it gives the students feedback, it makes them think, it challenges them to make sure they are giving the correct answer.
You can just direct them to the site and they can get on and learn from it. If you want to use it more interactively, there's opportunities for students to do the email homework, which they can put in your details and they can email that home to you, and then you can mark it for them. The mark scheme even gets sent with the work.
And they're learning without realising it, which is great.
Before we learn what the staff of Henry Court Community College made their #1 website for geography teachers, let's recap 10 down to 2. At 10, Amazon Interactive. At 9, Geography Photos. At 8, Ordnance Survey. At 7, FEMA. At 6, Environmental Protection Agency. At 5, Global Eye. At 4, the Geography. At 3, Georesources. At 2, BBC Bite Size. It's been mentioned before, but the Ordnance Survey Map Zone site deservedly marks itself out as our #1.
The Map Zone is a brilliant resource, and not only can you use it just to direct children to practice their map skills, you can actually integrate it into your schemes of work.
Map Zone is best aimed at Key Stage 3. It's a very cartoon-based site which wouldn't appeal to the Key Stage 4 students, and certainly not the brighter Key Stage 4 students.
I think what makes the Map Zone site outstanding is its attention to detail. Even if you couldn't stand maps and you had absolutely no interest in it, you would play with it for ages. The activities and the resources that are there are excellent. And you've got explanations of all kinds of different aspects of map work, which you can go back to time and time again.
It has a kind of cartoon format to it with noises and everything, which may be wasted if you don't have access to sound, but it is great fun. I think it encourages our students to search around the site, not only looking at the homework section for them, but the Did You Know section tells them some great facts. Their parents section helps them with their homework at home, gets the parents involved with the students at home, and also just gives teachers guidance as well.
Absolutely no doubt at all. It was a unanimous decision. Everyone really loved it.
And I hope you love it too. All the websites mentioned in this programme and more can be found on our website at teachers.tv. Happy clicking.